chocolate before we started.
Oh, go ahead and have your chocolate. LangTime to Welcome Studios. We are here. We just need to get some things.
Did you actually hit go live?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Bless you, Jonathan. The things you don't think are going to be necessary. All right. Don't worry, we're going to get everything up and running here. There's chat. Jesse will be coming very soon. Oh, where's the doc? Did I forget to open it up?
I messaged you.
Thank you. Okay, there's Jesse. Oh, there we go. Let's give you a little bit of light. Oh, okay. Okay, Kokiko time?
We made it, so that's something to celebrate.
Okay, there's the doc.
I found out also as I was cleaning the floors that mango stars do not dry out in 2 days. They remain quite gross.
Oh, I'm so sorry. There was a boba incident. I think many of you are probably familiar with booba incidents, but this was a boba incident.
And if you ever have mango stars on the floor, just beware. If you miss one, they will be rather sticky 2 days later when you discover it.
Yeah. Oh, finally, Madeline's here. Now we can discuss our big Madeline news. We've given Madeline a third name. There's Madeline James, and now there's Madeline Langs.
Ooh!
All right. So little mango stars, they're little gummies that are added to boba.
To tea, yeah.
Yeah, certain boba teas. For example, I keep wanting to say Mango Madness. That's the
Tuda Mango is the one.
Tuda Mango. Mm-hmm. Tuda Mango. They don't pop, which is one of the reasons that I enjoy them. They're just like little fruit snacks.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Was it just like a cup full of random stuff with some tea around it?
The boba version of an everything bagel.
Oh my gosh. They eat it with a spoon, can't even use the straw.
Okay. All right, so let's catch everybody up. There was a fine episode of Madeline James and the Languages of Pillar World on Monday at noon with Jake and Bibleridian, and that'll be coming back next Monday. There was a truly stellar episode of Let's Have a Booba on Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. with Jake and Miles, and that will be coming back next Tuesday as well. In case you weren't aware, Jake and Miles are actually fleshing out the Soul Society in the anime series Bleach, adding conlangs to that world, and it's really exciting. I think it's something that I've been waiting for a long time. I wish I would have thought of it first. I don't know how I didn't. Okay. Oh, hang on. Jonathan says next Tuesday is going to be a special episode of Let's Have a Booba Does that mean Jonathan will be guest starring? Let us know so that we can let everybody else know.
Hey, so fun thing I just realized
Yeah.
today while I was doing one of my French lessons. The word for accept in French, like ex, CEPT, accept, not the other one, is sauf, SAUF. And that's the same as when we use save in English that way. Like, oh, I did all the things, save that one that I forgot.
Oh.
And it's the same. Like, it's from the same source.
Huh.
And apparently sauf used to be used in English as well, again, straight from French, because borrowed. But it's an obsolete form that used to be used. So fun little fact for
Well,
you.
how about that? Okay, so let's see. But yeah, so Jake says that Miles isn't going to be there at Let's Have a Booba next week, but is somebody taking Miles's place? Is Jonathan going to be there? Is somebody else going to be there? Is it Mateus NL? I'm sorry, McCain NL.
And
Not any McCain, just McCain NL.
or is Lavuna just going to be there? Host the whole stream.
Lavuna has a booba. That I would watch for an hour and a half. All right, there we go. So Jake and Jonathan on a very special Let's Have a Booba next Tuesday at 1:30 p.m.
Oh, Mateus got you.
Mateus got me using a name that I don't like because I used a name that clearly Mateus doesn't like. The difference is that I didn't choose my name. Anyway, all right. We ready for the poll?
Yes.
Let's see if I can set it up right. Oh, I gotta do a refresh of the thing so that all the votes are tabulated. We had a really good LangTime chat this past week. For those that were patrons, for those that are not, you'll get it eventually. Wow. Okay, so another close poll with a clear winner. So let me get this on screen and move this over right there, I think. Jonathan says, every day you choose not to change your name is a day you choose that name, David.
There is some point to that, I guess. Although I will say, having gone through the process, I don't recommend it unless you need to, and I don't feel that you need to, David, because I think you can get over a middle name you don't like.
Okay. If I could change my middle name to something, because, you know, I like the letter. I mean, obviously it would be Jesse, right?
Oh my God, that'd be great. How are you going to spell it? There's so many ways I need to know because, like, mine never gets spelled right in California.
J.
Uh-huh.
H.
Perfect.
A. E. I.
No. One too many.
Z.
No.
S. S. S.
Maybe one more just for luck.
Y. I. E. A. G.
And this is
H,
why David's not allowed to
Y.
change his name. Ooh, David Giuseppe Peterson. Ooh. Oh, I have never seen it that way, Jonathan.
Ooh, Jesse for the Dave guy. Okay. So Jonathan actually knows somebody, Jesse, with that spelling. Interesting. All right, let's get the poll out of the way. Results are clear. I just want to do it so we can move on. So we were talking about WH words, and this was a schematic poll since we haven't created the relevant roots yet. We've already done polar questions, so now we're going to do content questions. We came up with 3 options. One was use WH words, a full set of them in C2. That's in C2. in situ. If you prefer the original pronunciation, in situ, right? Because it's
Okay.
from Latin. At no point in time was it in situ.
Moving on.
All right. So that means that we would just drop them in, for example, in subject position if it was who was eating a maple seed. So it'd be usa who, whatever that ends up being, isuna, right? And then the others are kind of less interesting compared to the next two because they're already at the end of the sentence, but they just happen to be because of where they are. So that was option A, just dropping full set of WH words in situ. Option B was the first of two deemphatic structures. So this is going to push the word all the way to the right edge, no matter what it was, with a pronoun standing in its place. Option B was a full set of WH words. So we have separate words for who, what, where, when, why, that whole bit. We drop a pronoun in and we use the correct WH word at the end of the sentence. Option C was the same, except that we don't have a full set of WH words. Instead, we just have a WH word, proto-W-A-H-T, wacht, wacht. And we throw that at the end of the sentence and still use a pronoun in place of the displaced word. What this means is that something like the first one should be the same thing as well.
Before you go on, I just want to point out that Danielle's district was gerrymandered and her vote did not count.
Jeez.
And so we may need to account for that if it was close.
Man, that is rough. But, you know, it wasn't.
It wasn't that close. Okay. Okay, go on then.
Okay.
So hopefully it was what you wanted, Danielle.
Okay. So anyway, all three of these options got votes and a healthy number of votes. So that was cool. Mm-hmm. Every single option was a good one. Ultimately, though, this was a 2-horse race, and it came down to B and C.
Okay.
Which means
did people vote for that because of the diaresis over the E? Was that the fancy marking that
Perhaps.
made them drawn to this?
Perhaps. But those of you who, most of you then are going to know the winner because the poll distribution was odd. That is, the Confidant poll had a distribution that differed from the other two, which means that you can probably figure out what the winner was. And so the clear winner, it was a closer vote, but it was a clear winner, was option C, just one WH word thrown at the end, which means that there will be some ambiguity introduced. So like, for example, it was like who ate the maple seed or what ate the maple seed doesn't matter. I like that. Mm-hmm. I think it's fun. All right. So there we have it.
Woo!
Just going to load up
So you might say that
Lexergy.
C2 won the vote. And I do want to say, like, to anime fans' question, did you ever have to go back to an old conlang and change a word? Oh, all the time. Mm-hmm. The only time that it's really unfortunate when I want to change a word but can't is because it's a professional project where the word is kind of already out there. And even if I get a better idea or want to change it because I want that meaning to be able to go somewhere else, like sometimes that's why I change it, right? Is like I suddenly am like, oh, wait, this etymology would be perfect for this other word for this world, and I really want it to be this, but I've already assigned it something that's different enough that it wouldn't make sense that they both developed. And you know, sometimes you're still stuck because it's out there.
Yeah.
Personal conlangs, though, all the time, even if it's out there in a sense of like I've published the grammar on Fiat Lingua or I've participated in a relay and you've seen it, I still change it.
Yep.
It's my language. I can.
Mm-hmm.
It's language change.
Hello. conlangery. Conlangery, of course, is George Corley, who has a conlang stream every Saturday at 6 a.m. Pacific called Tongues and Runes. George is making languages for the various beings or species or races of folks in D&D. But basically he's making his own canon, which I think is something that all of us do when we play D&D, which is a fun thing to do.
I will say, Mateus, I don't like to change the like grammar and inflection stuff unless like I absolutely need to, because I've hit something that it's like, oh, I hadn't considered this. Because I want that to stay predictable. But if it's just like a word and I want to change its form, meaning, whatever, absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
And honestly, George, I think that's what makes it so much more fun. You're making it yours.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool.
All right. So what we are going to do...
yes, Mateus. Been there too. Yes, what we're going to do.
Yeah. By the way, so Mateus made the comment, a classic is finding out you accidentally made two words for one basic meaning. And I'm just going to throw this out. Rock, stone. And we've kept them for years. We're very happy with them. I mean, even the secondary meanings work. So like we can use rock or stone to refer to an individual rock or stone. Mm-hmm. We can also use rock or stone to refer to the material. You can say it's made out of rock and made out of stone, and that's just fine.
Although if you tell me it's made out of rock, I get the connotation that it's something like rougher edges. Like if you say it's a rock wall and you
Sure.
don't mean a climbing wall,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm thinking like just rocks straight out of a field, plunked together, mortared in, and it's all uneven. Now, if you say it's a stone wall, I kind of get a different feeling. Like we're going to have smoother, we're going to have fitted stones,
Yeah.
we're going to have...
They're really vibe differences rather
Yeah.
than like hard and fast, you know?
Yeah.
And it
However, if you say stone wall and you mean a climbing wall, I'm going to be like, no.
And you can also stonewall somebody, but not rockwall somebody.
Yeah.
But that, I think, goes back to the person, doesn't it?
I think it does.
Stonewall Jackson?
I think so.
And then, of course, in the realm of music, you can't rock out or stone out, because if you rock out, then you get stoned.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay. Now then. Okay, we got to actually... we have to reify the results of the poll.
Yeah, as Mateus is saying, it's not unnatural. It's just when it's not on purpose, you're sort of like, what was I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Did I not do a quick search and find on my document?
Probably the first time when you were working on it, maybe you were a little bit rocked.
A little rocked.
So here we go. We don't need this anymore. Okay. In doc, there is one WH word. Boop, 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 boop. And it occurs sentence finally for all WH questions.
Agreed, Magpie.
To know which WH word is referred to, a specific element of the main clause is replaced by a pronoun. This pronoun clues the listener into the true nature of the WH. The sentence final WH word examples are given below. Okay, now we can start filling this in.
pull up Lexergy samples of Guten Tag.
All right. By the way, I'm just looking at Discord, but
God, David.
I know.
Okay, so we can't get David's now famous typo as our protoform for what? Because we don't have a W, we can't have a consonant cluster at the end of the syllable. However, we have B, M, and R, which are all, two are labial, and one is ra, and it's kind of a wa. So we could get like R-A-H to get ra, R-A-T to get rat.
R-A-H is, of course, the word for fly.
It sure is. So we're not going to use that. See? It's a good thing David's got some memory. Otherwise, we would have just had what in fly is the same protoform.
Ooh.
Ma. M-A-H. Of course, M-A-T would be mat. We could also get ngba or ngbat if we put a B at the front.
We can also get a small word that starts with a click if we want. I believe. I'm gonna actually go over to Lexergy. And the way that we would get that is, for example...
I know, right, Magpie? I absolutely put bad in there, which is how we get ngbat. Because, B-A-T. Okay, sorry, you put something on the thing?
I did, but it's not working.
I don't think we can get a click at the beginning of the word because a click only happens when there's like an adjective followed by a nasal. Like you've got to have consonant to get a click.
No, I know. And I thought that we had a way that vowels dropped out. Didn't we? Because we have plenty of words that start with clicks.
Do we?
Well, yeah. Like some of our famous ones. Like squirrel. Yeah.
God, we've got so many. Where's the protoform? Okay. It needs to be an I. It can't be an A.
No, it's gotta be
nasal I or U.
No,
an adjective.
We had the loss of certain vowels following certain nasals. That was it. So I started with an N, and that wasn't going to get it because N never disappears. Angma disappears before I, and I believe M disappears before U. Well, as long as it's not stressed.
It's the vowel that's disappearing, not the nasal.
Yeah.
I know, but you just said the N disappears, or the angma disappears before I. And so I'm just pointing out it's not the angma that disappears, it's the vowel that disappears, and then the angma and the adjective that follow come together to make a click.
Secondary meaning of angma is vowel.
And so...
okay, so but the point is we can have something that begins with a click. Either one. And I believe it can be any vowel. So I'm going to write out some...
Nice.
There we
Magpie.
go. Thank you, Magpie. And I was just using it in an anti-passive way. So the angma disappears something. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The passive form of the anti-passive. Wait. No, never mind. No, it was just a straight anti-passive. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. No, nobody listened to me, at least not for conlang things. Okay. So I'm going to start. I'm going to create a little poll. What should our WH word be? So I'm going to add, I'm going to do protoforms and modern. The modern is going to be in the romanization. The proto is going to be in IPA. Okay, so the first one is mat. Because, like, is that kind of the closest to WAHT? I don't know. It's really hard to get.
I mean, obviously, to get the closest, the T would beat out the H. So having
Yeah.
the T at the end kind of beats the wacht. But then, like I said, the WB
Yeah.
and the R were the closest then that I felt. But I will say a plain B is closer to W. However, a prenasalized mba is not so
Yeah.
wa, you know?
So I'm gonna throw rat in there. And then let's do two forms that begin with a click for funsies. So one with and one with. What's your favorite?
Well, we could get mutat.
At.
So mutat, yeah? What would that come out as?
Not. Do we need the final T?
Oh, no, sorry. Although I will say the final T makes the A short. No final T does make it a long so it depends on what you want.
You're right.
Muta with an H, I think, would make it short, and it would be a lighter.
Well, I mean, we could just throw in a glottal stop, which just makes it short with, and the glottal stop drops out.
Very true. So yeah. And then how about a ni? Right. Niku. If you want to do like niku as a protoform, it comes out as ooh.
Oh, I think one of the things I
don't
was
know which one
thinking
that is.
was for like an actual WH word that means what. Maybe I was thinking I didn't want them to be so thick. But you're right, because the result would be a long vowel, which we could just shorten. But I don't know. I think this is good. I think this is good. Okay.
I don't mind the long vowel. By the way, it was just based on what I thought you had said. I thought you were using short vowels, and so I was trying to match that.
Should we do one with a long vowel?
Like, I'm absolutely fine with like click or click ooh, and
let's do one of them. Which one do you want to be long? So bada 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 or I'm sorry, let's do it with the long one. Bada 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 or bada 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 bada. Oh.
I mean, I like the ooh there, but part of that is just thinking of an owl at the very end being like ooh.
Okay. Okie doke. So I'm gonna pronounce these, and I'm only gonna pronounce the modern ones, and then we're gonna throw it to a poll. So we have sentence mat, sentence rat, sentence sentence ooh.
See, it sounds like a little owl, doesn't it? Ooh. While you're getting votes, I'll be right back.
This is what I do when Jesse's not here. I just sit here and go, "Where's Jesse?"
What are you saying about Jesse?
And then I'd be sad. Wow, there's a lot of Jesse-less time right now. What's going on over there? What's she doing over there? Something's up. Something's up. There's Jesse. Oh, what on earth do you have there?
Coconut water.
Ah.
It's slightly pinkish because it's the Harmless Harvest coconut water.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's in an orange glass. And, well, cup, because it's not really a
Right.
glass, but you know.
Do I have a hair? Do I have a hair?
Do you?
Do I have a hair?
Do you feel it or do you think you see it? Because I don't see it on camera.
The poll is still hot.
Woo! I Aww. I thought rat was really cute too. I'm gonna eat half of a peanut while we wait.
What word in Vietnamese did it remind you of? Whoa! I was gonna close the poll because it was tied, but right at the end, right as I hit the end marker,
Someone
took
voted.
the win.
Wow. George seems very excited. George, were you the one that voted?
Wogue indeed.
Rat could be mouse. Oh my goodness.
I'm
People are very excited about this.
yeah.
You know what's funny? Oh, nice, George. I really thought maybe you were the last one. Oh, that's funny.
Okay, so then that's...
David sent me a text earlier, and like, because he was telling me like I had to do something because he was quite excited about it. He's like, you got to look at whatever. But he did got in all capital letters. Nothing else was in all caps. It was just that one word. Like, you got to do this. And like, my brain as I read the text was like, you Game of Thrones to look. And I'm like, what? And I was so confused. And then I was like, oh, he's just telling me I got to do this. It was not Game of Thrones.
Well, anime fan, I hope that you're pleased with the results of the poll, which you can see right here. Our WH word is ooh.
I love it.
Okay. And so now let's see if we can actually make some sentences. Bringing our old friend the maple seed back. Okay, and then before I try to pronounce that, give me a hand on what that tone pattern is. It's an A with an acute accent followed, with a circumflex accent followed by the little apostrophe right next to it. Also, how is R pronounced in Vietnamese? Well, that's unclear.
Rising tone, Jake says.
Oh.
Nothing about the R yet.
Like, according to the IPA, it should be a trilled R, but that doesn't seem super likely, especially as it straddles the boundary of dental, alveolar, and retroflex.
Retroflex?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is R a version of? Read in isolation, the initial consonant of all words is L. I like that for Vietnamese. Every single word begins with an L. Just some L's are realized and some of them are silent. Sorry, I got to show people what I'm looking at. Obviously this is part of a list, and so it's not, but I like that idea. Am I just missing it? Where is the specification for R? Oh, here we go. Saigon initials. In Southern speech, the phoneme R, generally represented in Vietnamese, but has a number of variant pronunciations. A person can also have many pronunciations. It may occur as retroflex ra, an alveolar approximant ra, alveolar flap ra, or a trill ra, or a tapped fricative / fricative trill ra. So, rat is my guess. Rat. Let's actually, I want to copy that. Okay, and we're going to the Wiktionary. Hey, I pasted you. It says I pasted nothing. Oh, what? Uh-oh.
What'd you just do?
I accidentally unmade Jonathan a moderator. What?
Where?
What? Gosh, I am so sorry.
I'm gonna add as moderator.
No, I did. I did. I hope you don't undo it.
Well, no, I got out of it. No, well, Jonathan just commented and is still a moderator.
Okay. I was just trying to copy and it wasn't working. Thank you.
Right, Karis? Right?
Oh my God. Okay. Oh. Okay, so word final T is pronounced like a K? Is this one of those like N to Engma situations like happened with Cuban Spanish where N became nasalization and nasalization became Engma? Is that what happened? T was so unreleased at the end that it was reintroduced as an unreleased K?
Wow.
So that would be rock. Yeah, something like that.
All right. So, David, going back to our questions, you
That's what I said.
put it there. So now, what is the bat biting?
All right, bat.
Who is biting the maple seed?
Here we go. Okay, so let's do... We're going to do this. Yes, you might look at me askance for doing this, but it is what shall be done. Okay, now then, who is biting the maple seed? And also, I just say who, what. Yeah, that's what's going on here. Who, what is biting the maple seed? Double question mark means extra surprise.
Don't you mean, what is the bat biting? Who or what is the bat biting? For object?
Who or what is the bat biting the maple seed? What's wrong with that?
The maple seed is now just a particle we throw onto the end of all sentences. The maple seed!
It's like A in Canadian English. Get it? Maple?
Eh?
That's actually what A means in Canadian. It means maple seed. And that's the seed of the rest of your thought, or the rest of the conversation. You're planting a little seed so that somebody responds, eh?
Well, you know that our delightful word for language, or word rather, which then gave rise to language in JWA, is originally from a word meaning seed.
Oh,
Because words are little seeds. They
they sure are.
scattered and sown. Acorn. Nice. That's very fitting. What are you doing tomorrow, Acorn? Going to the beach, Acorn.
And of course, that was just a mispronunciation, because it used to be that they would just call each other Colonel, and so it was like a Colonel, and then it got shortened to Acorn, then just A.
That's it.
Mm.
Oh, thank you, Madeline.
Okay. All right. Okay. Boom. There it is. Okay. Usa. And then we need the pronoun or just the inflection, right? So.
I don't remember from the poll. You had an example, didn't you?
Oh.
Like filled out except for this little word that we now have?
Okay, I got it. Ne usa. Ne usa. Okay. Isun la ngu. Ne usa isun la ngu. That's the question.
Okay, there's an extra space here. Done. Okay, I feel better.
Except I do it in the spirit of fun, not in the spirit of seriousness. And then bat is ingo, right?
Yes, that sounds right.
What is the bat biting? Ne usa ingo. Wait, ne usa ingo.
Reddit is a weird place for things like linguistics. I prefer to use Reddit for looking at pictures of flowers, cats, dogs, and rainbow things. I do like my rainbow server that I follow.
Mm-hmm.
It's rainbow everything, and you get all sorts of fun pictures. Like the one I sent you yesterday of the rainbow car.
Yeah.
Just, rainbows everywhere.
If I sit up, I'm too tall on the screen.
Well, then move. I mean, I was the one who put your computer there.
If I move it back, then I'm looking down on everyone.
Isn't that your normal state?
Okay.
And since David is obviously taller than I am, I'm normally looking up at him, right?
That's right.
Because of course you're taller than I am. He told the doctor yesterday that he was half an inch taller than I was. And I'd like to say...
It's a whole inch.
I'd like to say I may be like a fourth of an inch taller than David.
Oh,
that's
now
all I'm saying.
That is a lie, and
we need to stand back to back on camera.
All right, this is going to happen.
I think I am a hair taller.
This is going to happen at SpecCon. There's going to be an official measurement. I will abide by the official measurement.
You have to take your shoes off, as do I, because I think if I wear my pink shoes, then I'll be taller than you, because they have a slightly bigger sole.
Okay.
So it's got to be shoes off.
Right. All right. And then I will abide by that. I'm not going to change my IMDb, but I'm going to abide by it.
If you want to get a good laugh, go look at IMDb and see how tall David is.
I mean, really, the IMDb should be I can play anything from 5'2" to 5'11". It's called dramatic range.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got
obviously, Jake and Mateus are both shorter than David. Obviously, David's that tall in his mind.
Oh my goodness, that picture with Jake and Aaron. It doesn't look real, like in the same way that famous statue in Southend-on-Sea doesn't look real.
Right.
It's like you're looking at it and it's like, that can't be right. That can't be right.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Hmm.
Now,
No, Jonathan, because those tiny dogs with the complexes get pets.
what's that? Oh.
Did I get that photo or did somebody else get that one, Karis?
I mean, we have it on our phones.
We do the Karis photo with Aaron and Jake.
Don't we?
I don't remember.
You like do something conlang related.
Yeah, well, I think that's. Oh wait, no. Let's do where. Huh. God, it's so weird.
Oh my god, I'm trying to figure out which one's the best one. Oh, and then here's the one with the stair steps.
Oh,
Karis is the stair step.
oh, Steris. That one I remember. Sorry, I thought Karis. I thought you were saying that there was one where you were in between the two of them, but no, I remember Steris. And by the way, I hope that you know that Steris is pronounced like that. We can do where,
Good time.
so we should do where.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I think that. Hold on. I gotta go back and look. High tone.
What's funny is by the time, like looking at these pictures as David is figuring that out, the group keeps getting larger, and so Biblaridian gets added to the staircase. But like by the time you do that and back away to get everybody in the photo, David looks like an absolutely normal height.
Mm-hmm.
But when you just plop David between Aaron and Jake, it's comical.
By the way, the group photo at CopyCon 2 is one of my favorite photos of all time, less the interloper.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
No, that was a fun picture.
Okay. Oh yeah, go look at the photo. You'll see there's somebody there that is not LTS.
Okay.
And I know who to blame for that, but I will not say her name on the
Where
stream.
is the bat biting the maple seed?
I really want to get you reading, like recordings of you reading board books.
Who is the monster at the end of this book? Okay. Interesting. Is this the same ambiguity that in this language, would this where have the same ambiguity as you have in English? Because it's like he's biting the maple seed in the cave versus he's biting the maple seed like on the wing part instead of the seed part, you know? David doesn't hold grudges.
It's like a
You need-
4 out of 10 grudge. It's a 4 out of 10.
You gotta send that photo to a professional photoshopper to be like, I want this just LTS people.
We could put Jonathan.
We could Photoshop Jonathan in?
Oh wow. Photoshopathon. Okay, hold on a sec. They were not. It was a mistake. I mixed them up with a different person with the same first name.
Well, that sounds like that's a you problem, not a Madeline problem.
It was kind of a me problem.
Okay. Everyone hearing this? The grudge is against himself.
Hold on a sec. There it is. Here, gosh, I love this photo.
Okay, so Jonathan, follow up. Was the photoshopping a good job? Because if so, we need to send this photo to your sister and be like, make it happen.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, there we go. I put it in quotes. I put it in quotes and memes. Man, look at that. We even set it up so nicely in terms of the balance of people's heights and everything.
So that means you were in back center since you're the tallest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, Jonathan would fit right in if we Photoshop them in, since, of course, Jonathan is that tall.
Okay, David. You never answered my where question.
Yeah. Oh, in a tree. That's where the bite is. That's where the bat is biting the maple seed.
Okay, so it's not ambiguous.
Oh, no, it's super ambiguous. Yeah, as in like where on the maple seed versus where
Is the bat.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is ambiguous. Okay.
Yeah.
Which for this one, I think obviously you know the intended meaning, but that ambiguity I think could lead to some fun things where, I mean, same thing. We have that ambiguity in English, but
Yeah.
Patrick is here.
Yeah. It's always easy to tell when Patrick is around.
There's lots of laughter because Patrick's a great.
Patrick kind of makes his presence known. You can never miss a Patrick. That's where the expression "never miss a trick" comes from. It's an old nickname for Patrick was Trick.
And we miss Trick.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we need to like Photoshop all the
Oh my god.
all the people in. We gotta get Magpie in there, Jonathan, Miles. Oh my gosh. Okay, so when, how, which, whose, how many, why? What are we doing? What's happening?
Well,
we just gonna delete them and pretend they don't exist for now?
No, those were the easy ones because we got them for free based on our pre-existing case system. The rest are going to require some work.
Can we celebrate?
Oh. Hang on a sec. I actually have to. I didn't put the pronoun in. It's so embarrassing. And not only that.
Well, put the pronouns in, then can we celebrate?
Yeah. And not only that, that shouldn't be like that. That should be like that.
God, David, this is so embarrassing.
I know. Right on the stream. Oh. Well, that is a pickler, isn't it?
I don't know what it is, but I'm excited to find out.
Actually might, do this. Okay. Oh, and I'm going to have to re-underline, but that's okay. This is going to be, A is night class. Is that right?
Yes, because the EA is day class because the sun is shining.
Okay.
See? I told you I'd remember it.
Yeah. And then, so this, I guess, anytime you use a full pronoun, you have to decide if it's going to be day or night. With it in subject or object position, you don't need to decide on that. Well, okay, so Magpie is saying if the pronoun is the last thing before the question word, it could get dropped or fused. My feeling was it marks, you need the pronoun there in some way to mark an intonational phrase. And so obviously here it's marked on the verb, so that doesn't matter. But here it's like, what you're really saying is, usa igno isun la. Sorry, those tones were all off. Usa igno isun la dona. And that's the intonational phrase. And then it's followed by moo, like that. And so I feel like it's got to be there. That's my feeling. Anyway. Okay. All right. Now we celebrate. Da da da!
Yay!
Boink. Cheers.
I love the way this looks, by the way. It makes it look like if you're asking this question at night, you use this form.
Well, I had a class there. Kopiko, all are welcome, even the interlopers. Oh, flavor is so... Flavor is so good. Anytime I taste the rich coffee flavor of Kopiko, I think of Mateus.
My goodness.
Okay. So, I think I don't know. I'm gonna put this in a color. Interlopically adjacent. We'll call it that.
Sorry, I got sidetracked.
Oh, they doing something? They doing something on the old Discord?
Yeah, they identified the interloper. It's you. And that made me laugh.
It's funny. Nice. In terms of the color of clothing, I do stand out.
Is it because you're wearing the shirt?
It's because of the color the shirt happens to be.
I didn't wear mine that day. I plaited up. That's how you knew I was there to be fancy.
Yeah. Yeah, remember we had a little discussion about that if we should match, and I thought, no, let's not match,
People might think we knew each other.
Okay. Whoopsie loper. I'm gonna sort of page break here. I'm wasting time because either we move on to something else or we deal with how these things are going to be represented. And so, like, for example, like with when, the pronoun is probably going to be something like then.
Which means we should talk about adverbs.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should talk about adverbs before we try to do how, when, or why.
But it would make me so sad, Jesse.
Why?
L-Y, Jesse. L-Y. Got her.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Because the thing is, something that we never actually cleared up. You see how some of these are marked in red? It's because we never went back to all of these stative verbs and verbified them after we settled on our verbs.
Mm-hmm. Should we do that?
Yeah. I think this sentence needs to change because that's not exactly true. Adjectives may be used as full predicates, in which case they will inflect like any verb. Okay, the seed is hard. Oh. These adjectives will not agree in gender with the subject noun outside the imperfect, where it is common for verbs to agree with their subjects. So, for example, and now we need to have a small discussion about tense.
You plan on going camping soon? Okay, go on. I made my joke.
By the way, you know about near mergers?
Where you almost merge?
Yeah, so like for example, the meat in English, meat, meet.
Mm-hmm.
They actually diverged in pronunciation in one place in England, and the idea is that before that they had merged in the sense that speakers thought of them as being pronounced the same way, but they were actually pronounced slightly differently the entire time. Anyway, so the near merger, one good example is a word that ends in a voice stop versus a voiceless stop in German and in Russian.
Okay.
The theory is that, so if you ask people, they'll say they're pronounced the same. And if you play them a clip, they'll say that they're pronounced the same. But if you ask them to distinguish it,
They totally can.
yes, that is the near merger. Anyway, my phonetics professor had a theory that perhaps things like tense, T and TS, and tense, T and SE, there was a near merger there. And so ran an experiment, same with like Prince and Prince,
yeah.
and it turned out that there was not. So, it's...
So you're going to give it to me, is what you're saying after all that?
Yeah. Anyway, it's interesting. It's interesting because it's something that indeed might have been true of English, but appears to not be true. And it's nice to have the statistical proof that bears that out, or like the experimental proof that bears that out. Anyway. I think actually the canonical example, Mateus, is Russian, not German. And so there might be... it might be easier to pick out in German. Okay. right, so we need to go to verbs. Do verbs come before adjectives? No, they come after. Oh, we made our verb tables. Okay. So we've got a prospective, a habitual, a perfective, and an imperfective. So the question is, all right, the maple seed is hard. That is something that is generally true. Are we going to use the habitual, which is basic, or are we going to use the imperfective? Or are we going to create ourselves a distinction where we use the habitual to mean it is that way and it generally is that way, versus the imperfective, saying that it is that way at the moment, but it is not necessarily always that way?
I mean, it's right there, and if we're going to verbify these, it seems like they would have that ability, but like using the imperfective marks it especially. So it's not like a slight distinction. It's a like, oh no, this is going to change. Or this is really unexpected. Like, I've never seen a soft coconut, and yet here we are. You know? Like, it's going to mark it.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to keep this here as a reminder, but this is going to change. Tenses discussed later, since adjectives come before verbs in this description, even though adjectives naturally follow verbs in our language, since it's a verb initial language. Differ in their distribution with adjectival predicates. Samples are shown below. Do we have a verb that means to sleep?
Yes. Mora. It's in the verb conjugation table that you're looking at.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. I need the imperfective of that.
Day or night?
Night.
Active, I guess.
Yes.
Mo, ra.
Ooh. Morara. I love that.
And that was a long before the short ra.
Rashad. And then Ingo. The bat is sleeping. Let's see. Let's say imperfective. This is the imperfective, right?
Yes.
That's what we called it?
Yeah.
A mima. And the length doesn't change, right? Not with these things. So mima. Right? Hold on a sec.
Oh, let me go. Oh, wait, I can't check because that's not.
We should add more verbs to that, but it is short. The bat is furry at the moment. / wouldn't you know it? Okay. All right. Now, we're going to go to habitual. And I believe that's domora.
Yeah, do, mora.
Yeah, so low tone all the way until the ra.
Yeah.
The bat sleeps often, or all the time. Which means that this would be domim. The bat is furry, generally. And just, yeah, domim. Okay. Now, next we're going to do perfective because it's built off the habitual.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Key and high tone.
kido. Okay. The bat slept. The bat used to be furry. That is no longer. And then, just for the sake of it, we're going to do the, what is it, prognostical?
Perspective.
Prospective. That makes a lot more sense.
And it's not in low tone.
Bless you. Ngamora and ngamim. Oh. A bat will sleep.
Thank you.
The bat will.
And also, yes, hello to Miles who just joined. Or just commented. Maybe you've been here the whole time.
Should be furry. I'm going to do that. All right. So then. We ready for a cupcake celebration?
You got to give me at least 40 minutes since I'd have to make them. And I need to, I feel like from what I have on hand, I could make some cupcakes right now. But yeah, I would have to be done with the stream right now, and you might have a cupcake by the very end of it.
Jake had an egg tart celebration. Well, we'll see you later,
bye,
Madeline. Don't forget SpecCon. It is now a month and -1 day away.
I don't know how this is possible.
Dublin, Ireland. We're all going to be there. Very, very excited. Super excited. Hyper mega excited. Not excited about waking up early.
Oh, on the day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In spirit, you will be Mateus.
Special appearance by Mateus.
Because where I go, there you go. Right in here.
What if you did it as part of your job? Like you could have a drop-in DJ set. Because you cannot tell me Mateus wouldn't be a killer DJ.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we'll Photoshop Jonathan in too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag Jonathan. Okay. So that's good. I'm really happy with that.
I feel like I was going to say something.
No,
I'm not.
Well, I mean, obviously.
All right. We have finished that red bit. I feel like there was another one right below it. Was that my imagination?
What does the infinitive look like? Is it just the root?
No.
We don't have an infinitive.
Yes.
Oh, we just use it for, and it's the imperative. Okay. And we just kind of, all right. So then everywhere it says that. Okay.
I think we just, don't use the completely like the infinitive form very much because we ended up adding things to others.
Okay, and so then this should actually be domim. The squirrel is furrier than the bat. And then, you know, just for the heck of it, I'm going to throw this in. Mima. It's furrier than the bat at the moment. Okay.
Just makes me think the bat is over in the corner getting like, you know, one of those like hair transplant, fur transplant procedures to be like, I'll be furrier than that squirrel.
I was thinking something much cuter, which was that the bat was just, you know, having a little hair dryer, you know.
Ah, that would be much cuter.
Mm-hmm.
See, the other way my brain was going is he over there getting like some electric shavers to like take that squirrel and. But no, yours is way nicer. How often does that happen? My brain goes dark and yours goes nice.
All right. You know what, I'm gonna reintroduce the bullets. All right, so we got that. Is there any other place where there's an adjectival predicate in the grammar that hasn't been accounted for?
I don't think we use that many adjectives in here.
Okay,
other than this section.
That settles that. All right, so now the adjective we have hard, we have furry. Wow. The adjective we need for our little racer bats.
Fast?
Fast, yeah. We can do fast and slow.
Okay. Okay. Oh, shoot. Wrong way. There we go. I'm good.
Are you thinking up forms?
Keats comes out as keys.
Oh, isn't that the word for fast in a language that we're working on?
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Protoform, anyway.
K-I-T-S?
K-I-S.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's funny, because I was just putting this together with no thought to that.
Yeah. That is a very good, a very fast word. And if you think about it in the protoform, even more so. Keats. I love that, actually. All right,
Makes
forget
me think
it.
of Matisse as a DJ.
Keats.
There we go.
So, you know, obviously Heart of Glass by Blondie was a huge disco hit. When people were dancing, did they notice when the song went from 4/4 to 7/8?
So fun thing, I like R-I-B comes out as rabe. Or
Oh.
slow. Rabe.
Oh, all right, done. So I forget if I've talked about this here, but many people, at least in the United States, would be familiar with the band Berlin from their song "Take My Breath Away." Their other big hit is "Riding on the Metro," and they were a much more like new age kind of post-punk type band. But there was a documentary I saw on Top Gun, and there were a couple of things that they mentioned about the music. So one funny one is that, Kenny Loggins, right, wrote the Top Gun theme, and he also wrote another song for the volleyball scene, Playing with the Boys. But what they did apparently was they invited a bunch of bands to come and watch a cut of the movie and to kind of decide like what kind of song they might want to write for where. And the other bands were all like real like hard rock outfits, like Kenny Loggins saw, like Cheap Trick was there. And Kenny Loggins felt rather out of place because he was kind of a folk singer. Like I think the last thing he was known for was the theme for The Last Unicorn, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, he chose the volleyball scene to write a song for because he bet that nobody else would be thinking to write a song for that scene. And so that was actually how he got into the film. But then he ended up doing the theme song as well, which was iconic, right? Danger Zone.
Yeah. No, I super love that it's just commonplace practice in a lot of entertainment and media to bring in artists to do a lot of work for free so that everything you produce in that moment is NDA and you can no longer use it for yourself. But also, like, if they don't choose you and what you create, they don't pay you. And so, sort of like the Game of Thrones competition for all of the conlangers who created full language sketches / then full languages. And those languages are now HBO's property. And, well, didn't get paid.
By the way, adding to that, what was that? Oh my God. So if you flip that around, if you're a big enough artist, right, then you can get away with doing something different. So for example, John Bon Jovi was going to, and with the band Bon Jovi, was going to do a song for a movie called, is it Romeo is Bleeding? Yeah, it's Romeo is Bleeding. And then he did the song, really liked the song, went and saw a cut of the movie, was like, this is terrible. And he said, you know what? I'm just going to hold on to this song.
I'm going to take it back.
Best of luck. Movie bombed. The song that he did was Always.
Nice.
That's why the song starts out, This Romeo is Bleeding.
That's incredible.
Anyway, all right, but back to the point. Berlin, all right? There's an interview with the lead singer of Berlin, and she was the only female member of the group. The others were male members who took their band like very seriously and like were very much like new age, like proto-punk. And so they looked at this and they scoffed and they're like, we shouldn't do anything for this movie. It's going to be like, this lame, hit, or this lame like ballad. And like, that's not our image. That's not who we're about. And she says, you know what? It's just fun. I think it could be good. She had something really good for it. She managed to convince them. They do the song, and now it's the song that they're most known for. So that was a major victory for her. That was the whole point when Matthias brought up Berlin. Sorry.
Also, Kobe's going to be a terrible DJ tomorrow. And I feel like that this must be a purposeful decision. Like, I'm going to DJ tomorrow, but I'm going to do it so badly on purpose. Because really, my guess is Kobe is quite a good DJ and is choosing tomorrow just not to display those skills.
Yeah.
That's how I read that. I just want you to know.
Awesome.
Go on.
All right. Okay, so we have our forms for, this is what we should do. We should go to the adverb section, which is
right. It's below.
Here.
Below the verbs, yeah.
Yeah, it's way down there. And so we're going to do Okay, so proto that becomes modern that, high tone, fast, and then proto
Is
rimb
R-I, yeah.
becomes modern
Babe.
slow. Okay. All right, and just want to make sure that wasn't long, and it's not. Okay. To fly is... Oh, are we... oh, because we used rah, fly, in inflection somewhere, right? Oh, no way. Oh, right. No, sorry, that was a class marker. So it still survives just RAH as a verb. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So let's do this. So... Oh, okay. Okay, so the bat is flying. Would just be a, ra, ha, e, o. Right? Because there's no change, right?
Right.
Right. We need to make more of these verb tables. Because I know that some of the inflections do cause changes on the initial consonant. I don't remember which ones they are. And I don't remember if there's any tone changes either.
Well,
Wait. What is an open dex? Fill us in. Give us some more info. All right. So we got the bat is flying. Now we need the bat is flying quickly. The bat is flying slowly.
wait.
Is it somewhere where we can hear it? Yeah, go ahead.
What you? Oh, never mind. You've got it. I thought something needed to change, but that did not. Okay. Now, what was your question? I'm sorry.
Well, we need to do the bat is flying quickly and the bat is flying slowly. If you want, if you want some recommendations, Kobe, Castles in the Sky, Ian Vanderdahl. We're going back to the early 2000s. Isla, Don't Stop by Isla. And what was the other one I was just thinking of? Oh, you got to do Ecuador by Sasha. There's some good things to just throw in there if you need a little filler. Keep that beat going. All right. So the bat is flying. I have some ideas.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Oh, I would love to hear your ideas because I'm floundering over here.
I don't know if this is, because we're kind of far away from the end of the stream. I don't know if this is enough to be a poll. But I'm just going to write it up as if it were a poll.
Because if it were the fast bat is flying, it would be bat fast, right?
Yeah, I would also agree in
Okay.
gender.
Right, right. Okay.
All right.
I already like B.
Yeah.
Let's do B. I don't know what it is. I see what you highlighted, though. No.
And I don't know if that's supposed to go to W. I don't remember.
It does go to a W.
Yeah.
And when it does, the E becomes rie.
So here's the
'Cause
thing.
it's no
This is a
longer-
participle.
So how did we enter those? Did we leave spaces? I know I made a note. I'm going to go find this. Somewhere. There it is. Okay. Participle. These are going to be separate. And they came later. So I'm going to put a space. Putting a space, I still get riewa.
Yeah, no, it's not something that works on Lexergy.
Oh,
It was just supposed to be like the word is done and then something gets added after. Because so, for example, like if you were to do it with fly, there's no way that vowel isn't getting lengthened. It's going to be raha, right? But we didn't want that, and so it's like a super late thing. These participles, and then the imperfective gets added after that as a prefix.
right.
The only thing, like, I think we have a section on participles where hopefully we show if there's, you know.
It really says these are predictable and it's just going to show up as EA or A. What it doesn't say is how that may change a B to a W. Like, we don't have that as an example. Or does it ignore that and say, you don't do this because you are a late addition and we don't care?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What?
Okay, so there's gonna be a B1 and a B2. So I think this is what I'm hearing is that that's going to be a B.
I don't know. I'm trying to find examples of any verb that we put. So like I'm still working on it, babe. I'm hoping to find something. These would be the same if we did have. Nope.
Oh man, this is. That's an O. I don't think that should be an O. I don't think that should be an O. Oh. Yeah, it should be an O. Okay. So, all right. Oh. We already did this.
Did what?
All the examples we did with the adjectives, apparently we already did them.
So I can stop looking for the section that I finally found?
No, that's that's important. But what's also important is that apparently it's not low tone. It's ngamem, ngamem. So not that. So it should be ngamem. Okay. Okay. Versus ngamem. Okay. Okay.
So I found a section, but it ended up not helping. Really, the only thing I can say is that when the passive participles are formed, the final consonant does change, which indicates to me that perhaps it would also become a W in front of a vowel because that's just what B's do.
Oh, yeah. We have all of these participles.
Yeah, and it was like literally right above where you were typing, but I started reading at the top of the section through all the verbs. And so it's taken me this entire time to find the section right above you where all the examples are. It's very exciting.
Oh. Regular adjectival endings are added to the verb root itself. And I feel like adjectival endings were supposed to be regular.
Well, the ending itself would be regular in the sense that it's just an ah being added, but the question is, could a B stand between a vowel and a vowel, and just changing the B to a W without changing other significant aspects would just be a phonological change, like a B becoming a P before the kahie.
I feel like no. I feel like they wouldn't change.
So we have just another view of the language. We have 25 sound changes, and the intervocalic lenition of voice stops is number 13 of 25.
Right in the middle. That's still pretty early.
The devoicing in front of voiceless things is later. It's 19. 19 is the devoicing.
So I think that's probably why.
And so this would be the only time you would get a B before a vowel is when it's this adjectival thing.
Yeah.
As the other question is, S becoming a sh? When does that happen?
Wait a minute.
And we have the clickification happening.
Why doesn't that one have adjectival agreement?
Is the ka supposed to come on earlier than the adjective ending from the passive participle?
No.
So it's supposed to happen at the same time.
Oh,
I'm asking because we have the ka of the passive participle that comes like here's verb, here's ka, here's adjective ending.
yeah.
It causes clickification, which is sound change 4. Like look at the him example, and it becomes a click when that passive participle is formed, which means that the ka was added early. But of course, that's the passive,
Yes,
which
it
was
is.
already formed. And so would the adjective get added later?
Yeah. Yeah, the adjective is added later.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like I was almost figuring something out.
Sorry.
That's all right. It's all right. It's always important. Yeah, because I don't understand. We have this wuch, which is to be able to, but it's being used in the imperfective without agreement, and I wonder if that was a mistake. Like, why is it wuch and not wucha? Is that just a mistake?
Okay.
I feel like it's got to be a mistake, Jess.
But at the same time, it's what it would be agreeing with is the situation, not the argument. Right? Because a usa is marked to show the agreement, and then ewu is like it's a reduced inflection.
Does it say that it's reduced though?
No, but it makes sense in my head that it would be.
It does, but if we didn't say it, that's what's tripping me up.
This was something we voted on, didn't we?
Uh,
Didn't we?
Not the form, just the rest of the syntax. What is it? What's the original meaning of this word? Ooh.
This is the only place we have it in the document.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't. What would give us ewu? Like,
Oh, just the
are
ooh.
you?
Well, we say it's just ooh, and so that should be it should be glottal stop u, and then kx in Lexergy.
Spread.
Spread.
It's UKX, not glottal stop.
Well, then why is there a glottal stop there?
I don't know. I'm looking right at our note that says spread equals UKX, which equals can.
Oh, I think this was a misunderstanding then, or a misparsing, like an apron thing. And so that at least needs to be fixed. So it's not it's Okay.
And it needs to be that, right? Because wouldn't the glottal stop be realized differently?
It would. Because then the B wouldn't have become a W in this prefix.
Right. But with no glottal stop, it makes sense.
Yeah. By the way, I couldn't tell if you were putting the protoform next to that because your cursor's there right now.
Oh. I'm going to put it on the other side. I don't like it there. Ah!
Okay. So then I think 100% these should be a wucha because it's the bat that's spreading. So that settles that. Anyway, I was going through every single instance of us using that tense to see if maybe there was something. And incidentally, like there was an auxiliary where we actually talked about it getting shortened, and that was the negative auxiliary.
And that one did, right?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Every single verb we happened to use is one that wouldn't have any lenition.
You done?
Yeah. The only other thing to do is look up adjectives, and there aren't many of those.
Yeah.
All right, back to the sound changes.
I think part of the question becomes, are there examples where this intervocalic lenition would happen, where the BAT speakers would be very aware of the fact that, like 100 years down the line, that the B is a W between vowels, because we've got these words where it's ABA and AWA, and it's like, you know that, okay, the B goes to W, or not ABA, because that would be AWA, but you would have like IBNA versus AWA. And you would know, like, are there instances where they would really get this sense that in our language we just don't allow the B between vowels, in which case that sound change would pervade future forms? Or would it not happen to the point where they're like, well, of course we can have ABA. Why not? We've got a B.
Yeah. Because this would affect a couple more consonants. Because it's like, if that's going to happen, then T and K going to D and G would also happen.
Right.
And then the rest wouldn't apply. So it would just be something that it would only apply to the stops. B, D, and G would become wa, la, and ya, and then T and K would become da and ga. Super important because, whether if the D is a proto D versus a modern la, or a proto T and a modern D.
Mm-hmm.
And we definitely have not answered this question, because it would only be those 5 sounds. It would have to be an adjective or a verb that ends in one of those 5 sounds. And I mean, the thing is, because with the active participles, we only put C final and V final, we didn't put any others. Whereas we went to all the trouble of listing them here to clean up essentially stop sequences, that type of thing, or like mismatches in voicing. It feels like it's not supposed to happen for the participles. So you're supposed to get sequences like, you know, ata, atie.
Oh,
Because there are other places in the language where you do get at least T intervocalically, and I'm going to demonstrate it. So, just like that, right? No, not that. It would be this. What? I thought we got rid of geminates. Oh my goodness.
we definitely get rid of geminate fricatives. No, sorry.
Rule change
Sorry.
22 should get rid of geminates.
Yeah. Okay, what is the form?
ATTA.
And it's rule number 22, which I put. Oh, 22, I only have intervocalic. The SS's. I think we changed that later. Let me see. Okay. Okay, I can fix it. But like if I do right now, anything you have in there will be lost.
That's okay. Fix it.
Okay. I gotta get to the right. Let me get to this one. No. Dagnabbit. Okay. There we go. Sorry. It's taken me a minute. It's not letting me go to, there we go. Oh, it was not letting me go to my workspace, so I had a minute there. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Okay, 22. I am replacing that. Apply. Okay, so refresh, do what you need to do. It should be reflected very soon. Ah, dang it. There we go. Have you refreshed?
No, I'm just, oh gosh. There, it should be all good now.
Okay.
Yeah, there it goes. Okay, gosh, and this produces something very interesting. So if we look at protoform ATA versus ATTA.
Yeah.
ATA becomes ada. ATTA becomes ata.
Mm-hmm.
Aka, aga. AKKA, aka. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. There is no evidence at all for whether this very regular adjectival ending happened before or after Rule 13.
No. I mean, that I can tell.
Yeah, and like I've looked at the rest of our sound changes and none of them would apply. None of them.
Moving forward,
Yeah.
we'll implement something I do in my sound changes.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't help us in this moment because we're going to have to make this decision. We know that the adjective agreement situation has to take place after the nominal inflections have done their thing and after they have then conflated into two classes, because we've only got two very regular adjectival agreement endings to reflect the modern two-classed noun system.
Yes. Yeah.
Which does mean it needs to take place at least a bit later. 13 could be a possibility just because, you know, what is midway in a sound change system? How quickly did these sound changes take effect? But that is something to consider, that these needed to be late enough that not only now have the noun classes done their things where they've got all their four suffixes in all their glory, but they have been reanalyzed as two noun classes. When we mark these, what I like to do to help myself is I use the little, you know, like the equal signs on either side to make nice little breaks, and then right in the middle in italics, I write, here's where derivations are added, or here's where nominal inflections are added versus here's where adjectives. And it just shows an actual break in the written up sound changes to say, here's what's going on, to help remember.
Yeah. And
we can start that. We can do that starting now and here, but we got to like make that decision.
yeah, it
And
means we'll have to make the decision. Next time you see a document from us, it's going to be as justified as we can possibly make it. We're also going to, I think, switch permanently to noto serif. Yeah.
And I'm in the process of trying to revamp our base document.
Good.
But it's going to be a bigger thing than I had anticipated, in part because of the bookmarks, and in part because if I just take the current document and just say, oh, change it all to noto serif, there's a lot of other formatting things that I'm only discovering as I use the document, including like the headers were created with spaces to get the gray bar to go all the way across.
Yeah.
And like I didn't discover that until I was making the new document, and I just copied and pasted the header over, and then I was like, no. And so anyway, I'm basically trying to recreate the template from scratch so I don't bring in any of the bad formatting that we would want to change. But that also means think about every bookmark that you have in the document. It's going to take me a while.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. I think that we're going to have to do this. We're going to put the first poll I thought of to the side, especially because for that one, I had a direction I was really leaning in. Let me find. Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Another thing that will change in our template, as a side note, is that all of the tables that have example words
Like
in
this.
them right now are no longer going to have example words. It's going to be like the red and black formatting will be there, but it'll be like XXXYYY.
Yeah.
And one reason for that is more recently, do you want to know a fun mistake I discovered in a document that I'm currently needing to do a lot of work in? I just mentally thought, oh, I've already got a diminutive derivation for nouns because there it is in the table. And then I looked more closely and it was the placeholder. I had never created a diminutive, but like in my head I had, because it's right there. Now I hadn't used it, so it's not like I took that form and had actually created words with it. But it was a situation where I had written off needing it, and then suddenly I wanted to create a diminutive, and I went to the chart to look at it, and I was like, well, that doesn't seem right. And it wasn't. And this is a language that has been fully created, used for translation, and it should have had a diminutive. Now, it gave me an opportunity to do something very cool that I'm very proud of. But the point is, I don't like that happening. And same with as we scroll through here, I'm like, oh gosh, we've already done these forms. And then you look closely at the table and it's like, no, we haven't. Those are not our words. Anyway, all that's going to disappear. It's all going to be very clear that it's X's or Y's. And you're going to stare at something and be like, yeah, we can't have 3 X's in a row in this language. Probably not one of our words.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's a triple length lateral click. We distinguish all 3 lengths. Yeah.
Ooh, that was close to that. You're welcome, everyone.
And so anyway, what I was going to say is that I really kind of like this because it reminds me of Dothraki, where you have to use the future tense in certain forms, not because it's future tense, but because of how the tense was constructed. Mm-hmm. And so this one, like, you're going to be using the habitual tense always, but not because it's habitual. It's because it derives originally from the locative. Mm-hmm. And so basically what it says here.
Oh, they don't see pages.
Gosh darn it. Thank you.
You're a dear, Karis. Thank you.
What it says here is kisa i dolah, and that is the bat is fast at the moment in flying. Mm-hmm. So that means like the bat is flying quickly right now. Mm-hmm. And of course, you could also change this to habitual to be like, this bat is a fast flyer, or this bat flies quickly in general.
In other words, if you're going to the bat races, it's safe to bet on this one.
That's right. Mm-hmm. I'm so excited about the bat races. That actually gave me the idea for...
they're not the betraces. They're the bat races.
Gave me an idea for the 5-star move for the Aeromancer, because that will be a bat. The first one will be. It gave me the idea their move is going to be Sonic Boom. And so what happens is they can use their movement and can actually move through anything, and anything they move through loses its turn.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed. We were promised a Sonic Boom that one day and never got it.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I've been like, when I was a kid and experienced my first Sonic Boom, it was like, I swear it was a life-changing moment. And so anytime I get the chance to experience a Sonic Boom, I'm like, yes. And then we were promised one and it didn't happen.
Anyway, so for the poll, rather than doing this, and in fact, I'm just going to delete this. We'll eventually write this up. I'm going to get rid of the B2. It's C2 now.
Okay.
We're going to make this a poll, the question about stop lenition. And you might think it's a very straightforward choice. That is, the stops leniting. Because if you think of our patrons, I mean, they like more fun stuff. And so they would obviously go for lenition. But this is going to be the first orthography poll. Because if you're going to not lenite in a space where you might otherwise expect lenition, that is going to have orthographic repercussions because it needs to be represented.
Yes.
And so...
which to me indicates a more modern spelling, because you would need to write the L between the 2 vowels. And then a D between 2 vowels is just a D. Whereas if it changes altogether, then you have an option open of whether you want a more historic spelling.
Yeah, or some sort of anachronistic spelling where, for example, if the T stays a T intervocalically, you write it as a geminate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, that is what the poll is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a 2-decision poll or more. If it's a more decision poll, it's not going to be something different phonologically happens. It's going to be orthographic specifically. That is, you make this choice, but it'll be spelled this way, or you make the same choice and it's spelled a different way. So, and no more W-A-H-T. I'll give it a proofread, I suppose. All right. So,
We'll see where the night takes us.
yeah. Thank you so much for
Oh my gosh.
joining us.
We're 7 minutes beyond.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh
you
my,
didn't-
I 100% did not. I was lost in
Oh,
sonic boom thoughts and spelling.
yeah.
Yeah, that is a great little thing.
What? What?
Yes.
All right. Well, please go to sleep, Jake. Give in to the EPs, the EPDPs, the DPEPs, and we will see you all next Thursday. Very excited to see you. Big May 14th day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Bye.
All right. Night, everybody. Have a